Hey guys, what's going on? Justin Brown here. If you did not already know, I'm trying to invite some people over right now. I had the standby screen up, as you could see. And just bear with me just for a moment, guys, and we'll get started. Let's see if I can monitor some comments here, because I'm not seeing them on my PC. So I will look on over here. And I see that I'm live. I want to be able to not stare at my phone and monitor the comments. Let's see if I can do that from here. There we go. And I see that I'm live. Let's turn that off. Alright guys, well I decided to go ahead and do some stuff over here on the blog page. As you can see, I'm going to stand on my soapbox a little bit. It's going to be a little bit of a blog / rant live stream I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to do it once a week. I don't know if I'm going to do it on the same day every week. Let me know if you think I should do this once a week, what day you think I should do it, but I'm going to do it on weekday. And I'm just going to pretty much put my thoughts out there about what bothers me and what worries me and concerns me about certain things in the paranormal field. And, of course, I got a list of them to start with. We're only going to do one topic today, but if you don't mind, share this video around on your timeline if you have a bunch of people interested in paranormal research. Tag people in there. Do what you can to support me. I'm going to go ahead and share this on my timeline so people can see that I'm live. How about I do that? Because I'm a one-man band. But I see there's 6 viewers in here, so thanks for joining me. I see comments are coming in. That's right, Scott. The Deadlight gear that you see is supposed to have green lettering, but since I'm using a green screen, it's white. It got chroma keyed out. That's crazy, ain't it? I'll go ahead and close this down. We got Jessica in there. What's up? Briar Goodrich. Derek, Scott, Missy, what's up, Danette? Thanks for joining me, Liz, Derek, Bobby Asbury, Brad Streets. What's going on, guys? All right. If you did not know, there's this little thing in the paranormal field called gadgets. Us paranormal folk loves our gadgets, right? And a lot of them have some issues when it comes to doing what people think they do. And the one we're going to talk about today is the SLS Camera. The one that you see Ghost Adventures come out with. Billy Chappell made the first run of them popular. And SLS stands for Structured Light Sensor. And the main problem with this device is how it's used and the misuse of it. And a lot of people don't understand how it works and what the proper use for it is. So I'm going to go over that. I actually have done a lot of good research on it in the last few years, and I think it's ready for me to start talking about it openly and engage my paranormal community about the device and talk to you, just straightforward without fear of, you guys being upset. This is no attack against people that use the device. This is not saying that, you're wrong. I just want to try to educate and try to talk to people that use device or are curious about device or that have the similar feelings about it. So here we go. First episode of my Paranormal Ghost Box SLS Camera. Well, the gaming system world wanted to get people off the couch, okay? And as I talk, I'm going to try to monitor the comments. So if I miss your comment and don't see it right away, forgive me. But they wanted to get people off the couch. They wanted to find an immersion tactic and a way to get people to feel more engaged with their games. And they come up with this structured light sensor, okay? And what it does is it shoots a whole bunch of infrared dots out, okay? And there's software and hardware involved. The hardware shoots out all these dots, infrared dots, and they try to scan the area and find bodies of all types. They went around and measured all types of body shapes and sizes. They actually went out to little kids all the way up to big huge people and all different types of sizes, and they input all this data into their software. And the software is pretty much an algorithm that tries to figure out and guess where the body is by taking this data and trying to calculate the depth and the shape of the body. Okay, so there's a lot of guesswork and a lot of algorithms trying to create a skeletal map of where the body is. Okay, and another interesting thing about the SLS is if it doesn't detect the appendages like the head, the arms, the legs, and other details about the figure it's trying to map, it will guess. Okay, it's designed to guess. It's designed to connect the dots, and it's designed to meticulously and desperately find and lock onto something and map it out. Okay, that's what it's designed to do. It's designed to be stationary, about 2 to 6 feet off the ground. It's designed to scan a field that's 6 to 12 feet in depth away from the camera. All the instructions and directions I've seen on the device say that it wants like a clear, non-busy place to scan, so you don't want to put like a dresser and a lamp and a sweeper and a pile of clothes that's not put away, or what have you. It wants you to have like a clean slate, so it doesn't try to lock onto something and map it out as a person. So, and that's all you're supposed to do. Okay. Another thing is, it's designed to reflect the infrared light back off of physical objects and return it back to the sensor. Okay? It's not designed to detect invisible anomalies such as ghosts and other things that you may believe to be paranormal, and send you a skeletal structure of something that's not even physically there. It's not designed to do that. But this is what they're using it for. And I will tell you why people are using this. When they first started testing these and putting them out on the market, they were seeing these little figures pop up when there was no one there. These are, what the device is intended to do. Okay, it's designed to try to find things in its field of scan, that it's scanning, and try to turn them into a person. And if it can't find all the appendages, it gives appendages to them, arms, legs. That's why you see little things and big things just kind of appear into the screen, okay, of the SLS camera display, and you may see their arms kind of wiggle and shake, and sometimes they look like they're waving. Sometimes they look like they're dancing and doing strange things. And even that I've seen hundreds of videos. I've seen things that don't even look like humanoids or people with legs, arms, or anything. They look like this conglomeration of different things. Okay, so that's interesting. That's going to look weird. It's going to look alien-like. It's going to look, freaky and paranormal. When in fact it's not that, guys. I promise you. Okay, there's no way what you're looking at is a ghost or anything spiritual or paranormal whatsoever that I've seen. Okay, lots of misuses are happening. You're seeing these on handheld devices. Okay, like this platform with a grip, and it's made into a rig that's portable. Okay, and you're walking around with it. You're not supposed to walk around with this thing. It's supposed to be stationary. And they're using it in all different kinds of lighting conditions, and pitch dark and bright and in varying light conditions. And another issue is they're flooding the area in which the SLS is scanning with more infrared light from the cameras, the infrared cameras. And that's causing all kinds of issues there, okay? Because now you're bouncing way more infrared light off the area in which the SLS camera is scanning and sending it back to the sensors, and now it doesn't know what to do with the data. So it's constantly taking in all this information, dozens of times a second, and trying to display a figure and try to lock on. And I'm sorry to tell you guys, but they're taking your money. Okay, they're charging you hundreds, and in some case $1,000 or more for these devices. And I cannot advocate the use of them for paranormal research. I cannot tell you that they are worth any amount of money that you would pay for them for that application. Okay, because all the reasons I'm telling you, understand how the device works, understand the uses for it, and that's all you need to do. Okay, is just go out. The information is there. If you want any source material about what I'm talking about, I can provide you with plenty of source material on the SLS camera and how it's intended to work. But it just does not lock on to ghosts. It cannot do it. It's physically impossible to. And the reason why, these figures are popping up again is that it's locking onto something that it's sensing with the infrared light, the speckles of light, and trying, through means of this algorithm to map out a figure. Okay, there's a lot of guesswork. It does a lot of things on its own to try to project things and scan things. They're not even there. Okay, so it's designed to not show you what it's seeing, but what it thinks that could be there based on the limited information it may be receiving. Okay, guys, so in the comments, if you're watching, if you're concerned about this device, if you've bought it and you've invested a lot of money, let me know what you think. Do you think you're actually seeing ghosts? Do you think you're actually seeing something paranormal? What do you guys think? Regardless of what I say, I would like to see what you guys actually think about this device. Do you think that it's legitimate? Why do you think it's legitimate? I want to hear you guys out, and I want to hear, what you guys are trying to do to make the data better that you're getting from it, anything like that. I can't wait to hear what you guys think about this. But, I'm going to be talking probably the next few months about the gadgets in the paranormal field that's just making thousands and thousands of dollars that aren't doing anything for the research. And that does more than concern me. Frankly, it irritates me and it saddens me. We can do better. We can do better as people to be more educated, be smarter. Now, this is not about me, trying to be better than anybody. I'm legitimately trying to help the people I care about in my paranormal community. I want them to do well. I want them to know the truth. I want them to be educated. So, let me hear some comments. I'm not seeing anyone now. Let me see if I'm receiving them. Okay. Alex Bob, I think, okay, here we go. I think it can be legit, but it can also be a false map a lot. Alex, let me know what you think is legit. Like, can you be a little bit more specific? Bob Asbury says, I never had one. I want to see the ghost, not a stick figure. LOL, unless it's really skinny ghost, that's stick figure. Okay, that's pretty funny. Derek says, I have dabbled with the 3D SDK program for the Kinect. It's really sketchy. Have you seen the Thornhaven video? Yeah, are you referring to the one that you did, Alex? I'm pretty sure you used it at Thornhaven, and I have seen that. Personally, Alex continues to say, personally, I think my Thornhaven capture is legit, but it is because of what happened to me that moment that corresponded with what happened on the SLS camera. If you want to take a look of it on this show, we will, Alex, with your permission. If you want me to bring it up on the live feed, we can, because I honestly cannot remember in detail what was going on. But let me know in the comments if you want. Danette says, we haven't used ours yet, but we will try it. Of course, obviously won't be submitting evidence from it. That may be good until you learn about it and see, judge for yourself. Pretty good, pretty smart. Emmy Bella, I think, yeah, says, we just use our phones. We get great results with the audio than anything else, and the same with our phone cameras. Okay, Alex says it's okay. So I'm going to add a screen capture, but I'm going to go on his channel and see if I can find the video. Don't bother sending it to me, Alex. It should be easy to find. Let's see here. Spectral Wolfpack. All right. I should be able to search his channel and find it pretty quick. Thornhaven SLS. Okay, here we go.
They said you didn't.
Okay. We're going to add a screen capture here. So we'll add it. Display capture. Okay. Excuse me for this mess you're seeing on the screen here. And well, that window's okay. All right, so we're going to bring this over. And we're going to take a look at it real quick, guys. It's 7 minutes and 38 seconds.
It is not human at all.
Right now we are watching Alex Bob's video at Thornhaven Manor, and we're reviewing his SLS capture.
Something's coming, yes. I feel that too. I feel there's something outside as well. You don't think you seem tired, dog? No. Got me worried. Yeah, everyone's worried about you, dog. They said you didn't seem perky as usual.
Thanks for joining us, John. Hope you're having a good day.
I briefly mention what I actually saw while we were doing the frequency opening was really when I started to feel the effects of whatever was inside me or messing with me. It was like I was looking through some kind of weird like glass, and everything was, it was almost like I was in my body, but I was looking through something else. And I looked down on the table, and there's this little doll there. And the moment I saw the doll, its eyes were open, it looked old and demented and distorted. And later on when I saw the doll, it looked completely different. And Eric had an experience with the doll as well.
I was feeling it too. Alright, we're gonna turn this off for a second. Alright, let's because I was feeling that too, and now I'm feeling alright. So maybe it jumped to you.
Yeah, because I was feeling great earlier.
Alright guys, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna do...
Yeah, Alex, you can jump in and talk about it for sure. And is there any specific part in the video you want me to go to? Or do you want us to watch it all the way through?
That too. Oh, it's on me. Hold on. Guys, Alex might have just received my attachment.
Yeah, you said you were feeling it earlier.
Yep.
I was feeling like fine.
Alright, it's mapping you, but it's mapping energy off of you too. So, to the spirits who are here, we are making sure that... Oh yeah, dude, there's something on you. There's something on you. Ooh, yeah. It's distorted too. Alright, let's, okay, I didn't think it would be just that quick, but... Let's get downstairs in the spot, and, we might do a little sage too. Yep, it's literally fucking with you, dude. We can see it fucking with you.
It's making me feel really bad.
We can see it fucking with you on camera.
I'll put the link up, guys.
Too. Okay, so to the spirits here, I am going to bring the gateway back up, but right now we're going to make sure our friend here is okay, okay? So here, we're going to go back downstairs. Let's head to the spot. Let me get my light back on. Whoa, whoa, there it is, there it is, there it is, it's out.
Okay, guys, I'm going to stop this here. This is part of what I was seeing in my research. As you could tell right in here, you're seeing something that doesn't look like a person whatsoever. And it's just pointed at the wall. And what I have researched is when you're using different sources of light that have either mixed infrared light or just regular infrared lights, or full spectrum lights even, it can cause anomalies like this, okay? And I cannot replicate this for you because I don't have an SLS, but if I had one, I would definitely be showing you if what I'm saying and putting out there is true. I'm only basing it off the research and other tests I've seen other people do to debunk it, but I just wanted to add that.
You make me feel bad.
It's not human at all, dude. Come here. Come over here. Come over here. It is not human at all. And what's funny? It didn't change color. It's still your energy. It's still the same color your energy was. Whoa.
I honestly already feel better, guys. Like, I'm not even kidding.
In the name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, you are banished from using our bodies. This entity here, this one that is negatively affecting each of us, if you are demonic in nature or if you are evil in nature, we are going to do something to protect us and ward you off of us downstairs right now. If you come anywhere near us, it will burn you.
That was intense, guys. Honestly, I couldn't even, I didn't even want to talk or anything.
It's tall, dude. It's tall. It just stood up, and then now it's gone. Did you see the way it was mapped at first?
Yeah.
Whoa, I thought you just walked past me. It stopped mapping, and I thought you walked past me, and you were right there. Holy crap, guys. Holy crap.
Okay, I think that's the gist of it. It may pop back in again. I can't remember, but we'll watch a little bit more if Alex wants. Alex wants to come on video call and talk about it, which probably would be the best. So Alex, let me know how you want me to call you, and we'll do that. Webcam, get me back to my bigger self. I'm going to open Google Hangouts, Alex, if you don't mind using Google Hangouts. I know you use that. Oops, that's not Google Hangouts. Okay, that's the gist of it. Emma says, Derek Schreiner, I hope so. I'm in the midst of analyzing several audio tape. Okay, they're having a conversation. I won't. Alex, message me your Google email so I can go ahead and call you. Maybe I have? Maybe you're on here? Let me see. No. I don't think I have you on from a older conversation. Let me check. Yeah, Alex, go ahead and message me your email if you would. I don't have my glasses on, so I'm squinting at this. I don't see you. We'll have to wait for him to email me. But that's, that could be a pretty creepy experience if, he's feeling things at the time that he's mapping those. And what's interesting, the psychology behind this, he's giving him, forgive me, I forget his name. Here we go. We can get him on here now. Bring this camera down. Yes, I hear you. Are you in the car, bro?
Hey, I was actually at work, and then they sent me to one of the other stores to pick some up. So I was like,
okay. Well, thanks for coming on. You didn't have to risk your life. Let's get you on here. I'm going to get your image over here in a second. Give me 1 second here. Display capture. We'll move you over. Here you are.
I do a lot of risky stuff in this, so it's cool.
Risky stuff, huh?
Yeah.
All right, Alex. What I was just wondering is, do you think that when the guy behind the camera was giving you all the information, what he was seeing on SOS, do you think that kind of give you any type of information, that you could have had a psychological reaction to how you were feeling, like it could have influenced you at all?
I actually just thought about that when we were watching it, and I was like, if it isn't really mapping something, then possibly, but...
Uh-oh, he kind of lost signal there. I might have lost him, guys. He's in the car, so it might be sketchy. Let me try to call him back, okay? Just bear with me here. But I'm looking over here at your comments. I lost you, Alex. Sorry. I'll try to call him back here, guys. But in the meantime, we'll continue our little conversation. So what did you guys think about what you just saw? If you saw that, would you think you would be experiencing something paranormal? Just curious. Actually, I'm really curious. I'm not just curious. Let's try to call him back again. He isn't trying to call me back. He probably isn't in a very good service area. It's not even ringing. I'll wait for him to call me back. Call me back when you get service. Okay, so I'm eager to. That probably was a demon in the vid, but it can't possess you unless there is a specific reason why it can. Why do you believe that? I'm curious why you believe that. Let's see, man, I tried calling you. Oh, I think that's him. Here we go. Answer.
Hey, not even sure what happened there.
I was just assuming that you lost service or whatever.
Probably. But what was the last thing you heard me say?
The last thing I heard you say was you were talking about if it wasn't actually mapping something paranormal, you just now considered that it could have been like a psychological feedback.
I was thinking about that just while watching it, and then to me, you know how sometimes you have those moments where like someone would have to be there to really know what it felt like, what I was experiencing at that night, and it kept bouncing back and forth between me and Eric. We had been using the SLS the whole week and hadn't really captured much of anything. To me, what's weird about that one is that when it starts mapping the purple off of me, and then it literally comes off of me and is still mapping that same purple energy. Like normally, if it disappears, it'll start a new map and a new color and everything. You know what I mean?
Mm.
On the specific SLS app that we were using, but you know, I don't know.
Is there different apps? Do people? I mean, is there like one that's more popular?
I would have to ask Eric about that because he's the one who has the SLS. But there are, I believe there's, depending on what model of Connect Cam you have, there's different apps you can use. And you download like I'm trying to remember what it's called. I think there's like a SLS app that has like all the different stuff. You can do other stuff besides SLS mapping with it. That's really the only one use that on investment. But the weird thing to me about that one was that when it started to look like it had like wings or something, because it was trying to map more appendages on it, because it was doing like the joint mapping on it. Mm-hmm. And like I had never seen anything like that using them, but you know, because it can only map a human figure, like it'll jumble up like that, but it can only map so many limbs.
Right. From what my research indicated is it will guess if it can't see and detect a limb, it will add one, but it won't. It only adds extra if you like flood it with some light that confuses it. Then it's like the mapping goes nuts. Were you using infrared light or anything extra lighting?
No, that night at that moment we just had the red light on, just like a red flashlight.
Yeah, so that's probably what was doing it. If you use it in the future, definitely don't use the red light. Just use nothing but the light emitted from the SLS.
Yeah. I mean, we've with that red light before and we normally don't get
He's a robot. We're losing you, Alex, if you can hear me. He's on the road. I lost him. We'll see if we get him back. But, as I was stating before we got him back on, it's designed to bounce off physical objects. Now, I want to talk about... he lost you again. I want to talk about what people think that believe that they're mapping something paranormal. What do you think is making it reflect off the ghost or the spirit or whatever and come back? Because if spirit emits infrared light, which some believe it does, you would be able to see it on infrared cameras and you wouldn't have to rely on the SLS camera. Continue with your show. I'm not trying to ruin it. Why? My shit phone service. It's okay, man. It's okay. If you're watching, it's okay. Alex, I am more than happy to talk to you in length about the SLS. I know that you want to know if it's real or not. I know that you are that type of person. So have me on your YouTube channel or whatever. You can come back and talk to me. We can do it live or we can do it in private. It doesn't matter. But I want to start talking about it, and I want to start working, with people on this and figure out what's going on. Because as far as I know about the device, it has to be reflecting off something physical. It cannot reflect off electromagnetic energy. It can't reflect off any other type of energy. It has to be something physical and comprised of matter. Bobby Asbury says, I think he said full spectrum and IR with Josh. Yeah. Matt Benton is fashionably late. Josh Benner, I'm going to try to get to your comments. Only kind of light affect it. Yes. Just like a flashlight has some infrared light in it. Now, if it's like an LED flashlight, that has less infrared light spectrum in it than others, like incandescent light and some fluorescent lights. Any light will mess with it, okay? But it's designed to deal with ambient light. So it's not like if you have any light in there, it's going to mess with it, because most people don't game in the dark. So it is designed to have some type of ambient or baseline light. But if you flood it with infrared light, that's going to be a real problem. So that's what I want to watch out for. That's why when you see, certain things happen, the data that it's getting from the light could be a little funky and screwy. Hi, Jamie. How are you today? Glad that you can make it on. We are talking, if you are now just joining us, we were just talking to Alex Bob. We just watched a really creepy video of an SLS session he did at Thornhaven Manor. I can see how that can easily be perceived as something paranormal. He was feeling something before all that went down, and then Eric started telling him he's seen something on SLS camera, and then it's stuff started to escalate from there. I put the link of that SLS session in the comments, so if you want to check that out and post, or later you can. It's crazy, and you will see other crazy videos of SLS cameras with figures in them waving, and there's coincidence. It'll say wave your left arm and it'll wiggle and start to wave, or they'll say dance, or can you hold my hand, and sure enough the stick figure will go over there. But the software is designed to map in and guess where appendages are, whether it be arms and legs, and put them there and guess where it's moving. Okay, the algorithm, the software is meant to guess a lot of things. Okay, and when something is meant to guess on very limited information, and coupled with the improper use of an SLS camera, which can be a lot of things, hand-holding it and panning it around and not leaving it stationary, not using the right depth, which is 6 to 12 feet and 2 feet to 6 feet off the ground, not leaving the scanned field bare and free of random objects. Because I have seen videos where people just put lamps up, people put vacuums up, and it'll lock onto the vacuum and create a stick figure right there. It happens. I mean, I can show you tons of videos like that. But what the purpose of my Paranormal Soapbox live stream that I'm going to try to do, see how successful it is to try to take these gadgets, talk about what I've researched about them, how they work, how I think they're doing right or doing wrong. Okay, so this week I'm attacking the SLS camera, and It's a lot of money. I've seen a lot of them go for a lot of money. I know that there's a lot of people that are competing with those high prices and try to, halving it. And even there's some available out there for only a few $100s or less that I've seen. But usually it's high. Derek Schreiner says, it would be nice to get someone willing to loan one for you or just to test the theories to debunk it working. Yeah, it would be nice, but I would understand why they wouldn't want to loan $1,000 camera out. Jamie says, we've been wanting to make one with an old Xbox. I have seen people do that. But if you guys are going to use an SLS camera, do these things for me. Set it up 2 feet to 6 feet off the ground with a tripod. Do not hand hold it. It is not designed to do that. You're going to get false positives and false anomalies, which are not ghosts, if you hand hold it and pan it around. It's only designed to scan 6 feet to 12 feet in depth away from the camera. Okay? It's only designed to scan people within that scan field. If you have a dresser, a lamp, any type of weird objects in there, it can lock onto that and think it's a person and map out a stick figure. Do not use other infrared illuminators in the field in which the SLS camera is scanning. Okay? That can cause a lot of problems as well. Okay, so if you're going to use this, try to find some bare wall, stick it at the bare wall. I know you guys want to stick it in the hot spots, but even a little table, it can map out a little table if nothing else is there. Okay, so it can be really tricky. Jamie says, Keith made a great one with an old Xbox and got some great footage on a couch a while back. Now, that brought me up, it reminded me of something. Now, the directions that I read online said the Xbox Connects and the SLS cameras for the other gaming systems are not designed to map people sitting down. It has problems doing that. It's designed for people to be standing up. So anytime you have people standing or sitting down, it will cause anomalies and problems with that too. You may see some weird things happen, and it may detect anomalies that way. I know a lot of people use software and they'll kind of tweak it and design it to try to detect what's anomalous and what's regular. And I need to know more about this software that they're developing just for the paranormal applications. So I only know what out-of-the-box SLS cameras do. I need to learn more about what the developers for the paranormal applications are doing. But definitely do not use it with people sitting down. I do know for a fact that causes problems. Kevin says, we know it maps outdoor frames and other stuff, must stay skeptic. Yes, you please question everything, guys. If you turn the thing on and you're getting stick figures everywhere, or if you turn the thing on and you're not getting much and all of a sudden a stick figure pops up after a few months or a year of using it, try to find out why it wouldn't be a ghost. Try to figure out, question yourself, is what's actually happening. Okay? And I think the big smoking gun, the big red flag, is the SLS camera is not designed to reflect infrared light off things that do not have matter or physical properties. Okay? Ghosts don't have physical properties normally. They can manifest physically in very rare situations, but still, when they manifest physically, they're not manifesting a physical form that infrared light can bounce off of, and it's a sustained period of time to map something out. Okay? Now, let's just say there's a mist. Okay? You can test this. You can set up an SLS camera and kind of generate your own mist and see if the SLS reacts to a mist. That's the type of experiment I would love to see. But outside of that type of physical manifestation, what is the structured light sensor picking up when it reflects the infrared light dots off of it? Answer that question for me, guys. What's up, David Wilson? Thanks for joining us. If you're just now joining us, this is my rant on my blog page about things that concern me or I'm interested in the paranormal field. I am the founder and lead investigator of Interface Death. If you guys, some of you guys watching, don't know, please go check out my website, at www.interfacedeath.net. Check that out. Please, join our paranormal community. We're constantly trying to question the things we use to research. We're trying to develop better techniques by, getting to know people, respecting people for who they are. They're curious. They want to know what's going on. They may have had paranormal experiences or want to have a paranormal experience. Okay. This is, again, it's not about judging people. It's not about, ego or being better. Someone I'm honestly wanting to talk to you guys in a format on a forum to just learn from each other. And that's the premise of this live show and my only goal. Okay. I'm not afraid of being wrong. If you have information that tells me that what I say on this show is wrong, that is freaking awesome. The reason why that's awesome is I had just learned something by talking to people that I care about, obviously. So if that happens, I welcome it. And I hope that you guys feel the same way. That's all I ask on this show, and I think that's great if I can provide an environment to do that sort of thing. Because there's a lot of paranormal communities and environments online that are toxic, if you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to steer away. There's a lot of skeptics in this field. Okay, I'm trying to pay attention to your comments. Thanks for joining me, Tony. Thanks, David. There's a lot of skeptics in this field that will go after the credibility of paranormal researchers. They won't go after their research or things they say about the paranormal. They'll go after the skeletons in the closet. They'll try to rake the dirt in. Okay, muckrakers as they used to call them, I think that's the right term. And then they will discredit them that way. And they will try to crush them, and they will bring others in their cause around you to crush you. Okay? The para-drama and the para-wars are fucking dumb. Everybody knows they're fucking dumb, and they know that they're trashing not only the paranormal community, but they're just trashing people in general. If that's what you're about, I don't associate myself with you, okay? I only associate with people that care about other people who are genuinely wanting to know, genuinely wanting to learn, genuinely wanting to research the paranormal, okay? You cannot argue and debate me whether, it's healthy and a very admirable position to try to drag someone through the dirt, dig up crap on them to discredit what they do in the paranormal. That's fucked up. A lot. That's really bad. Okay, so that will not happen on the show. If you want to come on the show and talk to me via video chat or audio, I will, do everything in my power to let you know that you are in a safe environment. I am not going to squash you. I'm not going to try to discredit you. I'm not trying to, do all those nasty things, because that will get us nowhere. And if that's all that happens on this, this little live feed I'm working on, that's great. Making friends, connecting with people, that is worth way more than not, even if we don't figure out what the hell the paranormal, is going on, what's going on with it. Even if we don't figure anything out, at least we can connect with like-minded people that are wanting to know, have questions, have experienced things, and then they're just trying to connect with people. Thanks, David. You're saying exactly, but I don't know to what. So I said something that you liked. Danette says, yeah, they come at you personally. It's bullshit. It is. It is, guys. It is bullcrap. Yes, Jamie, like fog machine or try ice. Try that. I haven't seen that yet. I'm not saying no one has. Stick a freaking fog machine in front of that thing and see what it does, if anything. That would be interesting. I mean, Jason Bland, when he told me about the Misty scene and the freaking flying face, I wonder what that would do in front of an SLS camera. If I seen that, I'd shit myself and cry like a bitch. If you guys don't know Jason Bland, you guys got to check out his show. Jamie works with Jason over there at Paranormal Soup, and Jason's got a pretty crazy story. You could check out his story on Necromancer. I forget what episode, but you could search it on our website and our YouTube channel. He's got a story for you that'll creep you out. David Wilson says it's learning process, not a judging process. I agree. If it's not called paranormal research for any reason but to say I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing. And Einstein, one of my favorite Einstein quote is, if we knew what we're doing, it wouldn't be called research, would it? And I have that plastered on my website, and I love that because it kind of removes all your high and mighty, type attitude from what you're trying to do. Even though you're brilliant and you're like a genius, you're still trying to say, hey, I don't know what I'm talking about yet, but I'm trying to. David says Jason is cool, so is Jamie. Yeah, they are very nice people. I associate with them, and they're part of my paranormal community, and I'm proud to say that. They're very good people. That's without question. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Do you think I should do this once a week? Do you think I should choose different topics? I really want to do, next week I'm thinking about doing the thermal cam. I have a problem with that. And I'm going to talk about that. But if you have any ideas for things that you want to talk about, let me know in the comments. If you think that we should vet out certain methodologies or gadgets or anything that you could stand up on a soapbox and complain about, I would like to know, and maybe I could use it as a topic for a show. But again, all I am is just blowing off steam, relaxing, kicking back. Necromancer show's on hiatus, and I'm going to reformat that and revamp that here soon. A little bit of an update. Interface Dead just got done doing the first episode of Portals to the Past in Ross County, Ohio. There's a couple ghost legends out there and historical places we went and visited. You guys are going to go over to the YouTube channel Interface Death and subscribe if you haven't, and check out that stuff coming up. But next month we're going to Hartford City, Indiana, to check out the Hartford City Jail and the Speakeasy. That's going to be a cool place, and we got that coming up next month. Bobby says apps for phones and laptops, a good topic for some time. Yes, it's coming, Bobby. It's coming. Kevin says, I am skeptic of the ovulus. So am I. The most prevalent thing you will see is devices that spit out all these things. What my opinion is, there's so many researchers, investigators, and paranormalist enthusiasts that are so eager. It's hard to sit there in a dark room or in a place and not get anything for hours, for days, for weeks, months, years. It's really frustrating. It's boring. It's not stimulating. So there's people out there to develop and create these things that cause all these things to happen. Spirit boxes, for example. There's all these things coming out of it. These apps, all these things coming out of these apps and devices. False positives galore. And it fuels that desire to get something. It gives content for people to put on their YouTube channels and their videos that they put out there. And they don't second guess it at all. It surprises me that they don't. And as some of you guys are seeing in there, people legitimately want to know what happens when they die. They want to know if people have souls, if people linger on for whatever reason. I just watched My Ghost Story, that art film from Sundance Festival. That freaking movie was cool. If you haven't watched that, go watch that, because there's a lot of things that I think about that aligned with the themes in that movie. A lot of people have a hard time letting go to places, and in that movie this guy was obsessed with his house in Texas, and he didn't want to let go of it even in death. And some people haunt places. Why do they haunt places? Maybe after they die, they leave a piece of them there, or they don't want to let go. And that has a lot to do with the paranormal. Not wanting to let go, being nostalgic, connecting with things in the past. All interesting stuff. What's up, Rodney? Matt Benton says, now I think Josh should make Deadlight t-shirts and white text because it looks cool with the green screen. It does. It's very monochromatic and very contrasty. It doesn't look bad at all. But the lettering's supposed to be green. It's keyed out. David Wilson says, Ghost Adventures and their camera that maps out figures of humans. I'm weary on that myself. Maybe that's a good subject. David, that's what we're talking about today, right? The SLS camera? It maps out figures. That's what we're talking about today, is the SLS. I know you came in late, but that's the topic of today. If you read the title, it says SLS Camera. And we watched some footage of one of my friends, and we took a look at it. Maybe after I end this, which will be here in a few minutes probably, we'll leave it to an hour. You can go back and watch and see if you agree with any of the stuff. What's it called, the movie? It's called My Ghost Story by David Lowery. I think Lowery is his last name. I think his first name is David. It's the Affleck guy in the sheet with the holes cut out. And it's that movie. I think it's a year old. Go watch that. You won't be disappointed. It's an art film, so it's going to be weird. Danette says the use of those apps are absolutely ridiculous. What are we guys going to do about it? Maybe you should guys go onto your Facebook pages and your accounts and rant along with me. Get up on your soapboxes and just start yelling at the hills. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to reach out to you guys. I'm trying to talk about things that need to be talked about. All these little gadgets you see on the shows. I mean, come on. Your own senses work better. Your eyes, your ears, your nose even. You know, they can deceive you, but they're going to see a ghost way before any type of app will, or little thing that shoots out little dots of infrared things will. Trust me. I've seen one, and it was real. It was really real. Next week I will put up on the Justin Brown blog page when I'm going to go live with this show again. I'll probably do the thermal camera, but if I see some stuff in the comments after I end the session today that I like better, I'll do that. But yeah, Kevin says a ghost story. That's it. Matt Benton says you could put a green outline around the text and put white in the middle. Here he's trying to kill me with his graphic design concepts. Yeah, guys, what do you think? Do you like the show? If you've been hanging around for the whole time, let me know if you liked my Paranormal Soapbox. If you think that I'm a dick, if you think I'm a nice guy, let me know regardless. I want to know what you think. Be honest. And I will keep doing the show, and I'll keep trying to reach out to you guys and talk to you and let you know what I think. And I want to know what you guys think. Before I end the show, if you have not heard me plug it yet, please go over to interfacedeath.net. Subscribe to that website. Check out everything that we got going on. Go to the contact page. Drop me an email. Let me know what you think. Give me some questions. There's plenty of videos on that website to show you what I've been doing in the last 5 years. Links to the YouTube channel to see the over 300 videos I got there. Tons of stuff. Links to social media accounts. Danette says, well done. I loved it. Thank you. Brian says, I have an amazing photo of my spirit friend that I took with my mobile phone. Totally mind-blowing. Briar, if you don't mind, please send that to justinbrown@interfacedeath.net. Email that to me. I would love to see that. Yeah, mate, keep it up. I will. I will see you guys next week. Oh my gosh. Derek likes it. Well, before I lose my voice, I'm going to jump off here, guys. You guys have a good evening. Thank you very much for joining me. I had way more viewers than I thought I would. But tune in next week. Follow the updates on this page. And drop me some comments. Message me. Let me know. Talk to me. Be my friend. Be my fellow researcher in what we call the weird and scary and the paranormal. You guys have a good night. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.